Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here and pleased to be here for Dandadan. Yeah! Dan. I swear I woke up this morning and I had the impression that I was going to be watching episode 12 and the last episode of Dandadan this morning. I have no idea why I thought that, but truly for the last 2 hours, I've been going through my head well, what do I say now that we're ending Dandadan? It feels kind of weird that we're ending so abruptly. We just sort of finished the Gigi thing and it's just going to end as we introduce another character? That's crazy. We're not ending Dandadan. There are 3 more episodes of Dandadan. Praise be! Makes me very pleased. Last episode of Dandadan, we wrapped the Gigi arc, at least this portion of it. Finally, he has gotten at least a modicum of control over his other half, and the other half is kind of willing to do humanish stuff, and that's been really fun, having him be out and being himself, but then also kind of getting to play, getting to enjoy stuff, getting to do things. It's cool. It's basically as good as we could possibly hope for, with an extra sprinkling of goofiness added to it, and I like it. Speaking of goofy, at the very end of the episode, we got a lead on a ball, and then Okarun got approached by a weirdo, and I love him. I immediately love him. I've been waiting for him since he was introduced in the ED. He struck me as a very interesting character, something of an otaku, and that has been confirmed because he introduces himself with a pretty interesting line that is the first time that I feel like I've really accurately, definitely 100% gotten one of the references in Dandadan. There have been so many times in Dandadan where I've been like, I know that this is a reference to something and I have no idea what it is. And sometimes I've been wrong. Sometimes they just haven't been references. Dandadan's creators are just so steeped in the media that it flows through them and it feels like there are all these recognizable things. And then there are all the things that are direct references to other stuff, whether they're put there by the manga authors or they're put there in the animation adaptation process by people who look up to anime and want to make it more anime and infuse it with even more references and stuff that kind of, I don't know, I love it. I have a love-hate relationship with these kinds of highly referential shows, because if you don't get them, it kind of flies all over your head and it doesn't really make sense. Stuff like Lucky Star, where it's really built around culture and reference. But then at the same time, they serve as a time capsule and a way of sharing the things that you love woven into the thing that you're creating. I think of Hirohiko Araki naming all the characters in JoJo's after bands and songs that he likes, and managing to share all this really interesting culture with an audience that might not otherwise experience it. I think that's really cool. In any case, this guy approaches Okarun, takes an incredible stance, sings a song that I still haven't placed. It might be actually directly related to the actual reference thing that's going on. And then he says a line that struck me like a bolt from the blue. I see you, my enemy. And I was like, I remember saying that after a character said that in a show, but I couldn't place it. Well, I've placed it, thanks to the wiki and a couple of other pieces of information. I was able to track down that is a line from Char Aznable in Mobile Suit Gundam. And with a little more doing, I was able to find transcripts of all the episodes of Gundam and figure out that it is from episode 41 of Mobile Suit Gundam 0079, the original. And there is a scene right near the end of the thing. It's shit's popping off. Everything's going crazy. We're starting to introduce magic powers and crazy shit that doesn't make any fucking sense because it's Gundam. Char Aznable appears to fly in his mech, chasing down Amuro, and he says, I see you, my enemy. And Amuro goes sure, has he found me? Yeah. So that's the line. It is a very famous line. I was able to track it down exactly, and I'm glad to have. And that's basically where all my energy went. That's all the juice that I've got in the tank. I'm so glad that I got the reference. It's the first time that watching the original Gundam has directly and immediately paid off. It's paid off in spades in so many other ways. In my understanding of various people's starts in the industry, in my understanding of of tracing back a certain lineage of mecha shows and ideas back to where they start in that Gundam era. But this is the first time that it feels like it clicks and I actually got a payout for it. And the payout is that I recognize the thing that the guy said and makes me happy. So I'm double happy. I got the reference and then I have more Dandadan and it's not ending today. overly excited. Is there anything else that we really need to cover here? We had a big fight between Gigi and Okaroon. It went well. Okaroon beat his ass. He had it. He got those beats in. It was good. Do we need to say anything more about it? I don't think so. It was expectedly bombastic. In the order of thinking through what I would say at the end of the season, if this were actually the last episode, I came to the conclusion that all I could really do was point at it and say, this is excellent. Like, this is way beyond the norm for an anime adaptation of a manga. It, I think, has elevated what's already there. People post some of the manga panels in the Discord so I can see some of what's going on, and get a feel for what's being adapted and what's being changed. It elevates it. It takes what's already good and interesting and fun and silly and crazy, and it adds all the layers of perfect. I mean, perfect is a terrible word for it, but I can't imagine better production for those things. Whether it's bombastic animation or incredible sound design or weaving the music in with the sound design and the animation to create this really like incredible out of body experience effect where it just overwhelms me and sucks me into the show. I've never seen anything quite like it. And that's kind of crazy because I watch a fair bit of anime and this is special. It's special, right? Like uh there's not another show like Dandadan. And I am glad that I don't have to find one that's exactly like it because if I were just watching this on my own, I know that I would feel a deep sense of loss after finishing Dandadan. I get to sort of circumvent that because I get to jump into a poll and a new show or whatever we end up doing next, and that sort of carries me forward, but gosh, if I was just seeking out for great anime and I saw Dandadan, I don't know what I would be able to watch after it. I would have to take a full, like, detox break and, like, let my mind reset so that I can watch anime again, because it's just so good. It's just so fun. It's so insane. And we are spoiled for that kind of shit. There are so many shows over the last couple of years. Some of them are waiting in the wings. Some of them I made like an interest gauging poll earlier today to see if people want me to continue the continuations of a couple of really big heavy hitter shows and figure out what to do in terms of either polling for those or just dictating the slots or what seems fair and makes a lot of sense. But Chainsaw Man and the movie, Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen, there have been a lot of shows that are way better than the norm, than what has come before. We are in a new era of animation, and I think it's been created in part by stuff that, I mean, if you look back, you'll find me talking about how this was gonna happen watching parts of Demon Slayer and seeing the production level that was going into it and sort of blinking and going like, this is a base level shonen. Where can this industry go? It can go anywhere. With the type of tech and the type of processing that's coming to the fore, the sky is the limit, and now we're watching shows shoot for the stars, and Dandadan feels like one that has landed amongst them. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. At risk of repeating myself in a couple of episodes, I'm gonna end that piece of this conversation there. But goddamn, I like Dandadan. And facing down the belief that I wasn't gonna be having any more to watch of it, I kind of realized how much I like it. It's not like a life-changing show and it's like deep and mysterious impact and psychological content. It's not like that. It's fun. And I haven't had something that's this fun and this high quality for a long time. So, I'm really grateful for its existence and I'm really grateful that you're here to watch it with me. Let's draw something and then we'll watch the next episode. I also just saw the title for season 2, episode 10, which we're about to watch, The Secret Art of Being Attractive. I wonder if this is going to be like a conversation point between Okaroon and this Sotaku guy. If this is like some belief system that he holds that's like, what you need to do to be attractive is to imitate cool anime characters. Which vibe, I get it. I do that. I don't know. Maybe we'll just watch the episode and find out. First, I want to do kind of an experimental drawing and just sort of experiment with some stuff, and maybe it'll work and maybe it'll be terrible, and we'll find out. My mom loved Valium and lots of drugs. That's why I am like I am, 'cause I'm my mom. Sorry. Fun. That's all I wanted to do. Scribble. I wanted to have fun with, like, not trying to color the whole thing. I don't know. That's kind of something that I want to figure out, is how to use spot color on mostly black stuff to create intrigue, and I don't really know how to do it. But the way that we improve is by trying, right? So that's what I'm trying, and that's what I did. I like his little jaw. It's like the most distinctive feature of Okarun Full Throttle is the little jaw. I think in my mind's eye, I wanted it to be more dynamic and more like diagonally angled toward us instead of flat across the frame. I think if I had thought about doing it flat across the frame, I could have done it better. And if I'd put more effort into making it more diagonal and angled, I could have done that better too. Room to improve. What a joy. Actually, hold on. I want to try something. I like that better. Yay. Alright, with the drawing done, let's watch episode 10 of season 2 of Dandadan, The Secret Art of Being Attractive, and find out what this new character is all about and how that leads us toward the golden ball that we've been missing. I've got episode 10 up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There'll be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, subscribe while you're down there, and beep beep timer. Let's go. Okay. That's magic. At 5 p.m. exactly. 5 a.m. maybe? Brush teeth before and after, huh? Okay, this has got to be the guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Aw. So many combs. Fuck yeah. Huh. Nailed it. He's so cool. What a badass. Obviously, he's gonna be bullied for this. His backpack is awesome. Different comb for different purposes. Ah. I don't recognize it, which is fine. Well, let me pull that down so that nobody hears me doing it. There we go. That's real. I relate. Ah. He just like me, for real, for real. It's a lot like what the other guy's doing, yeah? Posing. This is to say hi to Momo, right? Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! And your brain goes blank and all the preparation was for nothing. Hmm. 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 He's gonna walk right past her. Again. No! No, you dude! Haven't we done this before? Didn't we do this on day 2? Yeah, I think we did that same scene. Ugh. My enemy! Huh. I wonder what it was about seeing that. Or wait, Was this that day? Was he just watching him that day in the distant past? I don't know. He's got the protagonist seat. He just like me. Hmm. He can see his books too. Wait, so much feels very familiar. Hmm. Something about engineered viruses or something like that. Oh, everybody's squeezing through. Oh, oh no! But now it's a three-way chase. This is day one. Or like day two. This is that. This is then. Okay, that's why it's so. So he's been following and searching for them the whole time. I wonder if he's seen any crazy shit. I wonder if he's seen any of our crazy shit pop off. Hmm. So he follows the wrong way. Now we just have a third party in the swap. Yeah, this is that whole episode where we went through all this shit. But now we don't even know his name. Oof. He's right there. If we pass through everything and he's been there the whole time. Clunk. Okay, we've got to catch up to reality after that, right? I have no idea what we're gonna do here. This is really cool. Oh, maybe we'll do time travel. The clock at the beginning. It's one of the big pillars of sci-fi and fiction that we haven't done yet. Oh, maybe. It's kind of like time travel to travel back in your own story and repeat scenes with different context. It's really clever. I would love to see it in a more like influential context where it matters more, where it's like political scheming or, things like that. And then we find out that another important character has been watching the entire time. He's got a full model in his backpack. Armed with book. Oh, is he showing it off? You didn't notice me! Are those Kamina glasses? They so are. Look at my book! Performative! He's got all the models in his bag! Oh, we saw that! We saw that when in the Godzilla episode. Pay attention to my cool stuff! Poor guy can't speak. That almost felt like a Gundam line. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, what do you know? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're nowhere near as cool as me. I wonder what he takes from that. I wonder why you're not popular. She's so happy that Okarun has a friend. Neither of them clock what's going on. Oh no. Oh no. Hmm. These are new characters. Particular what? Hey. You'll tell her what exactly? He's being bullied. I bet she's involved. Eesh. Yeah. Yeah, all the girls around him. He can't read it any other way. You did it, buddy. You did it. You have found the secret. Oi, oi. This is a clusterfuck. That was a great voice line. The little squeaks in it. I know the. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. That was so cute. Yatta! Aww. apartment complex. Is he still following? Yes. Yes. Okay, so he's gonna get involved in this one. Why indeed? Why when I do it am I a creep, and when he does it, it's pretty privilege. It's gotta be a technique. Hi, dude. Whoa, crazy. What? It begins! He's in it! Okay! Uh, I think not. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It's the orb itself. Oh. Oh. It has its own psychic powers. Oh. It's like an invisible body with it embedded in there? What invisible creature ate your nut? He has not clocked the transformation or any of the magic or anything. He doesn't get it. Ooh, that's cool. That's a really cool little bend. Yeah, it didn't make contact. The body did. Oh. How is this thing kicking their asses? What is it? That was beautiful. Oh, sick. So cool. Oh, not cool. Okay. Okay, thanks. Ow. Ow. Yeah, chasing after it and trying to grab it is not working. We gotta figure something else out. Maybe we can trap it? Oh, please don't jump. Uh-oh. We gotta go back for him. All those turns around the corners are awesome. Ah! Nice, sketchy. Yeah, okay, maybe. I'm sorry, what? Wait, does he actually have something? No, no, no. He absolutely does not. Wait, that's a Gundam. You need two other guys for that to work. Sci-fi garbage, let's go! Oh, maybe it's a mecha or a machine of some kind. I don't know. This is nuts. What's the glue inside him? Okay. Ooh, from three directions. But what is it? Ooh, she got it! You know it. That was a spicy transition. That was cool. Oh, he used his head. Yeah, you did. You did a thing. Fucking dork. Uh-huh. Ha ha. Tell me it's a sick ass mecha. Oh, okay. Maybe it is. Okay. He was just asking what it was. It's gotta be inside. Yeah, at this point, there is nothing different. What? Is it getting bigger? What is she? Oh, fuck. Gogeta +1. It has Saiyan powers. Gets stronger when you beat it. It does kind of look like it's inflatable, though. Kind of fucking awesome. That's a great scene. Multiple direct Godzilla references, right? That's the end of the episode? Where did it go? It vanished. The episode dis-fucking-peared. It makes me want to watch the next one. Oh no. I don't want to run out of Dandadan faster. Ah! Man, I wonder how he's going to get along with Ira. For some reason, I feel like it might work. I don't know why. preview. Yeah. Okay, so this has been episode 10. I think we might need to watch the next one because this doesn't feel like the full picture to me, which is really kind of unfortunate because I spent a bunch of time this morning talking about how I didn't want it to end soon. I was really glad there was more, and now I'm thinking about condensing that more into less videos, which sucks, and less weeks of watching Dandadan, which sucks, but at the same time, I'm kind of desperate to figure out how this plays out and to find out what the secret of this kaiju creature really is, this expanding kaiju with the golden ball at its heart, and how it's going to incorporate our new character. I don't know that he's going to become like one of us in full in the way that Gigi is, you know? I don't know if he's going to get this thing as like a mecha that he pilots. That's where my mind goes, and I think that would be very cool, but it doesn't have to be. There are plenty of cool animation things and like great moments in the episode to talk about, and there's one through line, like emotionally and socially, that I think really deserves to be focused in on, and that's this character's like attitude toward everything and the way that he's interacting with the world. I'd like to spend a little bit of time sort of looking at that from a couple different perspectives and getting a picture of it, because it's hard for me to place. It's hard for me to figure out exactly what I want to say about it, but I have thoughts. I have thoughts about it. I relate to him in lots of ways. Um, I relate, a younger version of myself relates to him much more significantly because there's this story being told of what it feels like to be on the outside and not know what the path is to getting on the inside or even what that looks like. And uh, a disconnect from like understanding what levers you can move to change your social life, to change your social position. And like sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes in certain circumstances you're kind of stuck, but mostly I don't think that you are. I think that people can change and can make conscious efforts to change the way that they interact with the people around them that will dramatically impact the way that they're seen and the way that their lives go, right? Like, we are social creatures, and a huge portion of the way our lives go, the quality of our lives, has to do with how well we relate to other people. And if you're in a place where you don't relate well to other people, that's like, that can be a real problem. That can be a real problem. We need other people, we need social circles. So to be so isolated and to have these, like, to have these hobbies, obsessions, loves, things that you care about, that you've poured effort into, and then trying to connect to people through those, I think is very common. I think it's very common, and it can work. It can work in some ways, but in some ways, like we see in the over the course of this episode, it's kind of doomed. And I think that that's because the focus is off. The focus point is mistaken. There's like a fundamental misunderstanding that underlies everything. Um, and I think it's revealed in this new character. We still don't have a name for him. I really wish that we did. In this new character's behavior. Okay, I want to try to focus on all those things all at once and also keep this condensed enough that I feel like I can jump into the next episode if I still want to. So let's move through the episode. The first half or first chunk, it's like a third of the episode up until the OP plays, is in the past, and it doesn't kind of doesn't tell us that it's in the past until we have to realize it ourselves. I really like it. I really like the idea of going back into your story and adding new context, playing scenes out exactly as they had been before, but with a different camera angle that reveals something different. In this case, that this guy has been present at every step of the journey. Odd to me that those scenes happen pretty early in our journey, and now the guy is following us. I feel like he would have followed us for quite a bit of time before that and would have probably clocked us doing some crazy shit, right? But that's fine. I don't care. I'm interested beyond interested to see what happens here. What is this scene with the clock and the light that goes past it? It made me think maybe time travel, right? But is it is it nothing magical? Is this just the sun? Right? Come on, that's not just the sun. That's fucking magic, and it happens right at 5 a.m. right on the dot. It's pretty early to be getting up for school, but your boy needs to get prepped and ready. The double toothbrush. This is kind of Edgar Wrighty, chop 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 straight through all these scenes. And it gives an immediate first impression that's very self-centered, very appearance-focused, and fits perfectly with the title, The Secret Art of Attractiveness, The Secret Art of Being Attractive. But this isn't the art of being attractive. This isn't what being attractive is. This is what magazines tell you being attractive is, right? That's the pervasive feeling that I get, is that you're a person on the outside of real social interaction and social feedback. So you don't have people who will even talk shit to you, who will even be like, bro, what are you doing with 4 combs in your pocket? That's so silly. There's nobody around him to bounce his to reflect off of. And we've talked about how characters or how people require reflections to build identity. It's genuine, like behavioral psychology stuff. We need other people around us to reflect our behavior to us and give us a feeling of how we're doing socially. In the absence of that, what do you do? And I think this is important. I think it's kind of beyond important because it's becoming more common, more and more and more and more common. We know that people are becoming more and more disconnected, and where we go for connection is not the opinions of our peers, but the opinions of people who feel like peers but are broadcasting information to us through one-way media continuously. I mean, I'm doing it right now, right? Although the way I do it is a little bit different. It's got this kind of long form feel to it and stuff, but still I'm imparting opinions to you that don't have any direct relevance to who you are, right? Because I don't know you. I don't witness you. I don't see you. I don't go to class with you. I don't go to school with you. And I don't go to work with you. I can't judge what will work for you. And so when you go and you look for like attractiveness advice or socializing advice, you get these sort of broad, sort of dumb things that are true, but they aren't the thing that works. It's like, share your interesting hobbies with people. Make sure your hygiene is on point, right? Like keep yourself well groomed so that you feel approachable and nobody's going to approach you. So you're in a position where you're just stuck and everybody else seems to have it already figured out. They already sort of like they seem to have come out the womb with the knowledge. What do you do? What do you do? How do you break in through that wall? How do you break through those barriers? He keeps trying. He keeps trying, and he tries a whole bunch of ways, but there are all these aspects of his character that are so real and human and interesting and get in the way of that. Here's my like initial thought. Everything that this character does to meet and interact with and socialize with other people is about him. Every bit of it. Not one piece of it is about somebody else. All the hygiene, all the comb, all that stuff, that's all act for him. Zooming around with his hobbies, right? And showing them off, you know, patches on the backpack and whatever it is, right? That's all about you. And that's fair. Like, share yourself with the world and other people will see you. But will they see you in a way that makes them want to interact and engage with you? Maybe not. Maybe not. So, what's the antidote? What's the, like, switch up? Well, I think it's to be a little bit more about them. This whole time, this guy's been sitting in the back of the classroom watching Okarun read these books, and his way of connecting over that is to performatively read his books where Okarun can see him. It's not to do the straightforward thing, which never crosses his mind, I imagine, right? And I say this because I've been in similar places, and those sorts of answers don't cross my mind. It never crosses his mind to go, that guy's got a whole bunch of books that he's really interested in. Maybe I should ask him about those. That's what Momo does when she approaches Okarun, right? Right? That's the antidote. It's to be other interested. But he's interested in getting other people interested in him. His attitude is, I'm so cool, I'm the protagonist of the story. Where's my team? Why haven't they shown up? But most protagonists in those stories go out and they find their team. And they win them over one by relating to them. And I think that's true in the real world too. None of my good friendships are founded on me or my interests. They're founded on shared and mutual interests, and they're founded on like mutual interest in each other as people. I think those are the foundations of friendship. And that's the foundation of the friendship primarily between Momo and Okarun. They are interested in each other's stuff, and they have shared interests that overlap in a Venn diagram that have caused them to come into close connection with each other. But then the way that they've related to each other has been about each other and about them as kind of a unit. It's become more than that. It's become more than about me or about you. I think that's my perspective at this point. I want to go through the episode and see if I come away with something different as we look at all the different scenes, or if we can figure out how each of the scene factors into this overall perspective, not just on the character, but on the contrast, because that's the thing that's most sort of poignant. This is another Okarun in so many ways. This is another nerdy guy who nobody really cares about, who's on the outside of everything, and he doesn't have the experience of having a Momo, a Nijika. To bring up an example that I've brought up a couple times from Bocchi the Rock, because I think it's a perfect example. You've got this character who's like an introvert, and they've got their own interests and stuff, but they can't get out of their little box. And then Joy of Joys, an extrovert, bobbles up and goes, "Hey, we're going to start a thing. We're going to do a thing together. Let's go." And grabs him by the hand and drags them out into the world. Okarun had that a little bit, in a sense, with Momo. This guy doesn't. He's trying to make that happen from the outside with his own volition pushing in, and it's not working. Why? That's tough. That's tough because it feels like lots of the things are the kinds of things that you'd read in advice magazines or 10 ways to make more friends kind of posts. And they feel really insincere, I think. That's a piece of it. But they're also self centered. I think that's a piece of it too. Hmm. So he strikes his dope ass pose and feels really good about himself. That's the feeling about this that I get is like, this guy feels really good about the way that he is. And that holds true right until he doesn't feel good about being that person publicly. Yeah? It's such a strange contrast because on the one hand, he can't shed it. He still wants to wear the backpack. He brings his Gundams to school. He's reading the books in class. He is that guy. And yet he tamps it down and pulls it back when other people are observing. He doesn't really want to be seen, even though he's desperate to be seen. He's terrified of being judged. It's a hell of a state to be in. It's part of why, huh. It reminds me of something that was important to me when I started this channel that I haven't really thought about for a while. I started this channel with the Hiki Neat in mind because in many ways I felt like one. I felt really disconnected from other people. And I felt like I wanted to dive deeper into the things that brought me joy, even in isolation, and brought me a feeling of connection, and through which I learned to try to make friends, be focused on other people, and try to help them. I wanted to share that. I wanted to spread it. And I wanted to spread, maybe more than anything, the feeling like this isn't just entertainment. This can be a lot more. This can be important. This can be valuable. And in a way, what I was hoping to do was, as a nerd, as an otaku, as a weeaboo, why it's part of my name, I wanted to demonstrate that like loving anime was a path forward and that this medium could give insight and wisdom and value, connection when you don't have any, and roads to it, open up paths that you can't otherwise see. And I think that's really, really fucking important. It's like a small psychological shift that can happen while you're intaking this media that goes from passive consumption to active interaction, active engagement. And I think in some level of that active engagement, you get a piece of the social reflection that you might be missing. You get a piece of the feeling like there are other people in the world creating things for the purpose of doing good and sharing space with other people. You get the feeling like there might be value to human creation and maybe to yours. And I thought that maybe by living out something like a self-defined successful life with those principles in mind and with it as one of my primary sources of wisdom, which is crazy, but it is. I thought that would be really valuable. I want to keep doing that. I want to make sure that the shows that I pick reach the people who struggle to reach out. I think that's my dearest hope. But I think I need to be a little bit more strategic if I want to really like live up to it. Hmm. Flip combs. At least they're not switchblade combs. At least they're not switchblade combs, but it's in the same vein, right? It's another thing that a magazine is gonna put like a picture of a cool dude with slick back hair being all sexy with girls and like, that's what I need. That's what I need. I think this also reveals that when you are disconnected from real peers, from real input, you're much more vulnerable to advertising and manipulation. I think in that sense, the anime is manipulating you, like the media is manipulating you, and then there's maybe a call to be careful or strategic in what you choose to intake because it will change you. Hmm. I don't want to get too lost in it, but he strikes his fucking pose, and then he's dancing and singing his way down the street. I would love to know what theme song this is. I'm a little scared to go and search that up because maybe spoilers. Fuck it. I think I can do it. I might end up finding out the character's name, but that's fine. Oh, the sunlight hitting the alarm clock is it's the Gundam opening with the light appearing around the Earth. Fuck! That makes sense. Okay, he's singing one of Char's theme songs, Char ga Kuru, and he takes Bright Noah's stances. He's got a mobile suit jetpack, box of Dandai Spiritual Gungaru, Bandai Spirits Gundam figures. Oh, after he says 10-gallon wiener, he says, keep it up, Quinta, in the same style in which Haro speaks, the little floating orb guy. And then the jet stream attack is the coordination attack, which you definitely need 3 people for. And that's, of course, why it didn't work. Okay, cool. Cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. So we placed some of the references. It's mostly Gundam stuff. My guy's got moves. My guy's got grooves. My guy is cool as hell. This is the thing. He's actually kind of a bombastic person. Maybe it's not for everybody, right? Like some people are going to be turned off by this, but that's fine. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want. On the front of you do need to broadcast yourself. You need to share who you are. You want to turn people off to you. It weeds out the pool, right? The people who walk around with like piercings and tattoos and colored hair and stuff are going to be much more capable of finding other people who are down to hang out with them because the people who aren't are just going to walk away. And that's probably a good thing if those aren't the people that you want to interact with in the first place. I don't think this guy is going to want to interact with normies, but he does. He wants to interact with cute girls. Where's the Venn diagram of cute girls who like weird Gundam shit and will get along with you and find what you're doing and who you are to be endearing? You're never going to find them first if you quiet the fuck down and act like you don't exist when other people are around. You're also never going to find them if all you do is broadcast and you don't engage with other people. Because they probably already have friends. Yeah? Maybe you can be the the Nijika to somebody else and find somebody lonely and isolated. Okarun, right? Communicate that you're both nerds, find some common ground, make friends, could work. But probably a lot of other people are doing okay. So how do you break in through that wall? It's a real conundrum. It is a real conundrum. And I think the answer is to be interested in them, primarily, and not to be a fucking creep, which is hard because it's an amorphous blob of an idea. And it's something that's highlighted a couple of times over the course of this episode. If you're in the category where you are being labeled as a creep, it is very, very common. I see this on the internet. I see it posted on Reddit. I see it all over the place. To feel like you're doing the same things as other people, but they get a free pass and you don't. Because there's something fundamentally wrong with you or fundamentally right with them that's not with you. Like, why is it that when this guy says these creepy, sexy things, everybody's like, oh my god, Hokarun, ha ha ha. Or just goes along with it. Like, from this guy's perspective, he doesn't really understand that they're not actually saying sexual things. They're talking about golden balls and stuff. He thinks it's all sex stuff, all spicy talk. But the feeling is real. The feeling is real. Like, why can he get away with this bullshit, and then when I do it, I'm a creep and people run away from me? What's up with that? That's just fundamentally unfair, right? I thought it was process. I thought it was skill. And that's something else that he's focused on. He's like, there's a skill. There's a technique here. There's a secret move here. And if I just knew the secret move, it's not my attitude. It's not my overall way of being or my way of carrying myself. It's none of those things. It's a skill. It's a particular set of checkboxes that I check, and those lead to friendship or those lead to connection with girls. And that is not true. You can play at that. You can play at that, but I don't think it's true. And yet at the same time, there are things that will help, and there are things that will hurt that you should probably eliminate from your behavior patterns. So it's like a whole complex. It's like, it's complicated to change a person, or to be a person who wants to change, or to be a person who doesn't want to change, who just wants to be who you are, but that isn't getting you the results in the world that you want. Like, how do you deal with that? When the world tells you all you need to do is be yourself, but being yourself doesn't get you the results that the world claims you should be getting. Friendship, connection, companionship, other people who are interested in the things that you are, people who are interested in you for you. It sucks. Schmoovin', groovin', dancing, he's great, right? But a little self-centered. That's the only part that stands apart from, man, this guy really loves his shit, is the self-focus. This scene. All out in the open, and then he turns the corner, buttons his jacket, and pulls in. I love to dance. I struggle to dance with my eyes open when other people are around. I've never really understood why, but I've read about it, and other people relate something similar. It has to do with the judgment, it has to do with others seeing you. When I'm alone and I know that I'm alone, if I'm walking down the street, I'll dance down the street. But if there's somebody else there, I won't. And if I turn a corner and there's somebody there, I'll stop and pretend it wasn't happening. I do it all the time. I relate to you, Quinta. I think that's his name. He says, "Let's go, Quinta." Yeah, sound like hitting Quinta's alarm clock. His name is Quinta. Oh, is that part of the pun about the ball? It might be. I relate to you, Quinta. Feeling like you need to hide, honestly, some of the most beautiful parts of yourself really sucks. Hmm. And I think that's worth noting that, like, I've made inroads on that. Sometimes I do dance down the street when people are watching. Certainly when I'm riding a unicycle. Because then, I mean, I'm already, like, I already look like a fucking Power Ranger in all the motorcycle gear and already am weird and crazy, so it's like, I might as well just dance to the music that I'm listening to and have fun. Damn, dude. So we're thinking through the hello scene, and we play out all these repeat scenes from the early episodes of Dandadan. Freaking crazy. Would she really start waiting for me at the school gate? She must be waiting for somebody else. Hey, bam. But now somebody is watching. How? 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 It's kind of inexplicable because it's some crazy shit that's happened. But how? So we play out a bunch of previous scenes with new context. And while Okarun is embedding himself in his books, Kinta is putting himself in his own. Ah, the glasses and the optical camouflage. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, he's reading the second one upside down, huh? Okay. So we play out the whole cafeteria scene, but now with a third wheel on our tricycle. He's witness to this click. Did we see him in the first time this happened? I don't know. I don't think so. I think the we didn't see this angle, and we just had the girls like rush out and involve themselves in the scene. Huh. Dandai Gungaru. I know what I'll do. I'll show him how cool I am. I'll flaunt the things right in front of him. It's like reading a book at a coffee shop. It doesn't work. Okarun's in his own world. I think this is another problem. There are tons of other otaku out there who you could relate to, at least about being obsessed with particular things, but they're spending their time being obsessed with those things. How are you going to make an inroad there? Conventions, community events, clubs, things that put you in proximity and kind of force you to mash and talk about the things that you like. But none of those are present here. It's his locker. Ah, zoom, zoom. But again, this is all about him. It's not about the person who's sitting over there. I think that's just fundamental. I think it's just fundamental. If you want to interact with another person, interact with the other person. But he's just hoping for a particular response. I must resort to power and cunning. I feel like this is a direct line from Gundam as well. I really do, but I have no idea. That way I will win! So he says the I see you, my enemy. I am talking to you. How is it possible for you to get along so well with Miss Momo Ayase? Tell me your secret, so wise one. It's strange. You're not cool. I see you. I have eyes. I can see what's going on here. Something weird is happening. You're not cool, not handsome. Now, he doesn't ever say, you're just like me, you're not cool or handsome. I don't know how this guy actually views himself, right? This is one of those complex things about, I don't want to use the word, but I'm going to use the word because it focuses. I want to be clear that this is not like clinical diagnostic level stuff, just like the broad patterns of behavior and self-focus. This is one of those things that's really interesting in narcissism. Narcissism can be really fragile. Self-centeredness can be really fragile. It can underlie a feeling like you're not actually good enough. And it's very unclear how Kinta really feels on the inside, because he's got this sort of bombastic persona when he's alone, and then it kind of drops away when other people are viewing it as though he's ashamed of it. So I wonder how his self-image actually looks. Because I could see the phrasing being like, you're all these things kind of like me, and yet you're talking to girls and I'm not. Or it could be, you're a piece of shit. I'm beautiful. I'm glorious. I mean, look at me and my fucking Gundams. And yet you're the one getting the girls and nobody's talking to me. I think it could be either or some mix of them. But you're always being chummy. And also, Miss Shiratori, explain yourself! How are you popular with all the beautiful girls? I'm not. And she rushes into the class, and he locks up. Super interesting. Focused completely on her, but not really there anymore, right? Doesn't know how to act. Frozen. But we say the other family jewel and he misinterprets. Was I interrupting? Oh, no. He can't face her. He can't speak clearly. he kind of falls apart. None of his persona is there. He's not that person anymore. This person is like, I know I'm going to fail and nothing is good is going to come from this. This is all worthless. And I'm going to be hated or something. Oh no, it's no problem, but she is interrupting. Is this your friend? Well, every person has a different definition of friendship. I mean, I suppose everything's deflecty, everything's like vague and doesn't want to take a stance or be somebody solid, maybe because that is judgeable. But she's just happy that Okarun has a friend. Oh, give her this look. Anyway, a golden ball. What's a great adventure? Is that like is there a golden ball in the Wukong story? No, there's a golden headband. And also some weird lore shit that's in the fairly recent Wukong game. Wukong gang. Shit. Terrifying. Okay. A great adventure. The secret is spicy talk. Oh no. Oh no, it's not. So we get it. This is really interesting. I wonder how this is going to play into things. It has to, right? It has to. I can't imagine it not. It's kind of... It's a threat. It's a threat. She's a threat. That girl right there with the purplish hair. You're a threat. She's all cute and in goody two-shoes, and she thinks she knows what's going on, and she's trying to protect Okarun because he's a cute boy who can't protect himself against a mean, evil, abusive bully Gyaru like Momo. Yeah, she's watching you. We'll see. Can you please stop visiting other classes so often? You're interrupting. It's a nuisance for you to run around. Okay, Okarun, let's head outside, and she says there's no need... There's no need to go reluctantly. So, like, you don't have to go with her if you don't want to, is what she's saying? So she's under the impression that something wild is going on here. Huh? If you can't tell her, I'll say it. Huh? 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 And then it's like, is that true? But I guess that part is that Okarun is going reluctantly? Or like that she's somehow forcing him? It's unclear. I feel like something has been lost in the shuffle of the translation. But it feels subtle enough that I mostly get it. No, what's this about? You're intimidating him. I'm so sorry. You could tell me anything. This idiot. Don't intimidate him. I really hope that this brews into some conflict between these girls. I think that would be really fun, especially if it ends up becoming kind of supernatural. She's got this girl. I don't know. There's something about her. She's got this like bookish library vibe, but then her hair's like a little frazzled a little bit, and it's like, yeah, you could have some weird supernatural secret stuff going on at home. 100%. One person has a very strange take on this whole scene. Look at him. He's surrounded by girls arguing over whether they get to spend time with him. He's so damn popular. What do I need to do? What's the skill? What's the timing? What's the perfect moment to say the perfect pickup line to get the perfect response? Because that's how people are, right? They're mechanical boxes where you input behavior in and you get behavior out. That's how it works, right? Doing particular things always leads to the same results consistently. That's how it is with people, right? Yeah? No. No, not at all. Not at all. You can do everything right and it won't go well. And honestly, you could do everything wrong and sometimes it goes great. So what is right and wrong in this context anyway? Well, wrong is certainly blurting expletives in the middle of other people's conversation. That's not good. Now? So cute. Now? So cute. And he fucks it. That is exactly Haru. Wow. Haro. Well, this is the great fear. Even beyond rejection, like true explicit rejection, just kind of uncertain, frozen, near disgust, confusion. What the fuck, man? Why are you here? Go away. This is the kind of response that haunts when I'm falling asleep at night and, when you're in the shower and you think about stuff. This is that. This is that. You try that perfect pickup line that the magazine says works all the time, and the girl looks at you like you're a murderer. Horrifying. And it's not just one, it's like, it's across the board. Everybody feels this way. Whoops. And he doubles down. So, I really hope we get more continuation with that girl. Seems really interesting. I was really happy because people in my class never really talked to me. That's so cool. And Momo's response is even cooler because it's what she thinks. But she just, in context, she's saying it's as a reason for that to be happening, but it's also a way that she gets to compliment Okarun without being sort of direct about it. Eee! Maybe it's because you're pretty cool lately, dude. Huh? And she's turned away and blushing. Ah! And then he gives this yatta. Oh, that actually reminds me. That line when she says, like, that skank, she really pisses me off, I thought was a great line from Momo's voice actress, and I do want to hear it again. That's no. That's crazy. That's voice acting right there. Wow. Yatta. That's fine. It's so like you. He's being himself. But it's a very different way of being yourself. One is like performing the self that you think other people want, and one is being genuine. And she's come to appreciate the genuine. I think people generally do. And he's here to follow. Why? Why is Takakura's spicy talk okay, but mine is worthy of death? Doesn't get it. I want to know. I want to gain that technique. How can he get away with it? I want to be lovey-dovey with beautiful girls like Miss Momo Ayase. But what are they doing here? Clang, and he reveals himself, and then he begins to float, and we're in it! That's so fun. Gotta catch 'em all. Silly. All the animation around this is really fun. It's dancing and blasting around and impossible to get. It sort of feels like when you're trying to like clap a fly and the air pressure pushes it at swoop. Sort of feels like that. Oh, barrage, or like literally a bra. Ugh. Why is my spicy talk unacceptable? In general, it's disgusting. He still doesn't realize that Okarun is not spicy talking. Some great running scenes. The one later when we were going up the stairs and we turn each time, I felt was really cool. I really like this big warp of a fisheye down both sides. Reminds me of a particular shot from JoJo's part Morio, the Morio one. Is that part? What the fuck is going on with my brain? No, it's part 4. Okay. I like the sounds that it makes. Ooh. I also really like this backing track that we get throughout this fight. They're almost like rap, like individual words or like particular like statements or something, but I can't make out what they're saying at all. It just adds to the sort of percussive vibe of the background. It's cool. Oh, I really liked this cut of Momo running forward with her hair flowing. Really liked that. And we end up free falling. Save the guy. Don't follow us. I will have you tell me later exactly what you two are. Jetstream attack! Good job, buddy. Good job. But he's useful. He's got the knowledge. I really like the scene of running through all the walls. Is this Marvel movie? And we did this before in Dandadan at some point. I don't know. It's something. And same with this, with the like the external view. I don't know what though. I'm not gonna like drill into references too hard. I wonder what the glow inside him is supposed to be. Well, we catch it. Okarun goes full throttle, which we're gonna frame by frame. Oh, it's just superimposed over him. Whoosh, 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 and then he takes off? Wow, okay. So the red superimposes over him, encompasses him completely. The background fades out over the course of multiple frames, and then we blast to red, and then sort of fade a couple times. Boop, 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 until it's solid, and then we go. What? Wow, it's and when we go, it's like it flips color, and then he takes the whole background with him. I like it. Super different from any Ocarina transformation that we've had so far. And it works, so he's used up one major full throttle, right? Okay, so he's still got one in the tank. His own knowledge is useful. A kaiju! Kaiju da! We still make fun of him for saying golden ball. Punches him and he welcomes the physical contact, and he likes it when she's kicking him as well, doing this sort of M-man joke. What's different about my spicy jokes? Come on. Well, none of them are making spicy jokes. Oh boy. That's really cool. Something about it does remind me of the first Alien. Didn't it have big accordion arms or something? I don't know. Maybe it's just one of the styles that the artist likes. It's really strange. It does make it feel like it's kind of inflatable. I wonder what it really is. It's got adaptive technological camouflage, too. I wonder what it really is. A spy balloon! Some of these scenes have to be direct Godzilla references. I'm not too interested in trying to figure out exactly where they are, but they're big and they're loomy. And this one in particular, I feel like I recognize. It does kind of wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man a little bit. That's a little weird. Is it like a hot air balloon with that's got the ball in the center that's sort of making it work? I don't know. I don't know. The smoke from the mouth hasn't done a laser beam yet, but I'm sure it's coming. What a cool monster. And that's the fucking end of the episode. Just cuts us off right there, right as we're getting to it. I did not want to watch 2 episodes today. I'm kind of mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I love watching more Dandadan, but I really wanted to stretch it out and have more Dandadan for more weeks. But it is not to be. I need to watch the next episode. I need to find out what happens next. I need to see the end of this fight and figure out what we're going to do with integrating Quinta into the group. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe this is his one appearance. He'll be here for this like couple of episodes and then yep, gone. But I think not. I think he's going to be part of the squad. Let me take a quick break and sync up all my videos and stuff because they drift a little bit over time, and then we'll come back for the next episode of Dandadan. See you in a sec. Peace. All right, Dandadan Season 2, Episode 11 is a go. Let's go for it. Beep beep timer. That's gotta be so close to Godzilla theme. Or something like it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. Shit. Oh. We're stuck in a thing? Fuck! Scale. Scale! Oh, hi, Ira. Oh, everybody else but us is gone, yeah. First time? Turn around, let's run. Oh. We can't leave him. Ah, shit. Nice. Thanks, everybody. Seems like he's a little bit of the team now. Everybody all together against the new threat? Kind of needed that. I think we kind of needed that. We'll have to see how Gigi and Ira do together. I'm excited. I've been wondering about how they'll relate, and now I'm really curious how they'll relate to new guy, Quinta. Hey, it's a kaiju. Okay. That's what I said. You really want to leave him with Gigi? Okay. What if we need him for something? I don't know what, but I feel like that's how I would write this. Yike. Fucking Dynamax. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have laser beams or anything. Okay, yeah, take it down. Although, if we damage it, does it get bigger? Oh, uh-oh. Never mind. Oh, full discharge in the area. Oh, and a laser beam. New and improved. Seems like it. Space Kaiju! How do you beat a space alien? I mean, mechas are pretty good at it, aren't they? I have hope. I have hope for you, boy. That was awesome. Let's go, Ira. Big boy's down. All right. Uh-oh. We're doing stuff, but it doesn't feel like it's working. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Don't look away. Don't look away. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Focus on staying alive, girl. There we go. Yeah. Isn't that part of it? Is it growing again? Okay. No, it's just getting angry. Okay. I keep expecting it to grow bigger. Mmm. That was cool. Whoa. Without a line of sight? Mmm. Mmm. Is that a dinosaur getting abducted by a UFO? Let's go, Ira. Get overloaded. All right, we might be able to do this without any help. What? Wait, did it go invisible or did it disappear? Wait, be really careful, dude. It might just be invisible. Whoa. Whoa. Ah. Ah. It's invisible. This is much worse now. Oh, that was awesome. I love watching Ira move. Oh, shit. She'll be okay, but... Gulp. The stars beyond? But we can't see those. Yeah, he wanted a piggyback ride, but not like this. Please no. Oy. Oh, that's why the sweat. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about it. He is now. You say I'm the worst? You fucked up. Oh, he's controlling it. Oh my god, GG. GG. Oh, fuck. One was hard enough. There goes. I was waiting for a purple explosion. Your backpack. Huh. Oh, okay. It's a different person now. Oh. Wait, please don't leave me. He looks so goofy. Somebody save the day. Please do. Oh, just for a rescue, not for an attack. Yeah, landing. Momokechi? Momokechi. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Uh. Oh. The backpack hit him? We're breaking the power lines. Okay, a chance to regroup. Maybe. Yay, alright. Sorry, Momo, we rely on you too much. Buy you noodles later. Give me back all the steps. Today's the day. He's so happy. You could fight something else though. How about fighting a big kaiju monster? But what if it's only monsters? Come on, you need Evil Eye. Oh. Shoot. Shoot, yeah, no Okarun. It's the stuff we made the house out of. We can rebuild it into anything, can't we? So, hear me out. Got this magic material from which we could make a magic suit of magic power armor and have a kaiju versus a giant mecha. Pacific Rim style. Right? Let's rebuild the house again. Okarun's gonna be on it. I believe. I think that's where this has to go. How? 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 Is it the way I'm thinking? I hope so. Maybe a trap. Maybe something simpler. This is kind of beautiful. Uh-huh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Uh-huh. He's the one. He's the one, man. Into what? Whoa! Maybe get everybody out of the house first! You need somebody who knows it better than they know themselves. God damn it, Ira. Oh my god. Really crazy animation for this. He's actually introducing himself. All right. His power of imagination is so powerful. Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. Dun da 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 dun da da da. It's transforming. It's transforming. Oh yeah. Are they gonna be? Is it a multi-person mecha? I hope so. Up. Somehow he gets glimmers. Imagine hard, Quinta. Come on. Oh shit. Oh shit. We each get our cockpit. He's in the center, I bet. Ah. The water dropping out like Ava. I guess it's reversed, but oh, come on. All right, who's this? Made out of entirely out of glimmer. Is it on its head? Please put that on your head. Oh, it became the Gundam crest. What? Like a shrine maiden thing? So we got a weird hybrid. Yeah! The screens, the handles. I hope we get a ch-ch-ch. Like a Gunbuster reference. That had to have been a reference. Uh it is a little bit of a statue. Do those things hover around it? Uh uh Very tempting to watch the next one, but that's okay. Well, it'll all be a wrap. It'll all be a wrap, and that's good. I'm glad I didn't split them up into three, though. Now that I know that it carries on forward. I'm so happy. Uh, there's something to be said about a show delivering exactly what I want and it being good. It's great. It's great. There's also something to be said for surprises and the unexpected, but when something just feels right and then it matches up, I love it. It's gonna be a battle! A giant mecha versus a giant space kaiju. It's pretty perfect for leading up to the finale, and then the next episode, the final episode, is gonna be the real clash, and then whatever denouement we get at the end of that to wind it down. I love it. My favorite thing is, as I said during the ED while that was playing, that something, some story beat felt just right, like it could be really fun to do. And something that I really like about Dandadan is its desire and willingness to pursue the sometimes obvious but fun thing. Instead of, like sometimes I get the feeling like a show or a story is trying a little bit too hard to dodge speculation, especially when there's like an audience watching it alongside. People speculate as to what's going to happen next. And then it's like there's pressure on the creator to do something that nobody's ever thought of. And that can be great, but it can also be like not great because then you miss the like obvious, clear, good thing that you just need to swing really hard and hit it out of the park in order to make it work. This feels like it's going to be a swing for a homer. Quinta is so mecha obsessed. It's like the core of his thing. And we set up a situation where he is needed for that, where we need his particular set of skills. And he's there for it. I like it. I like it a lot. We kind of need everybody's skills over the course of this. We need lots of people. Most of the episode is big scale combat, a lot of it focused on Ira, and then running away from this giant thing. Lots and lots of shots of big creature moving, and then some cool stuff with Ira's hair whipping around and grabbing objects and throwing them into him, or Momo flinging cars into him. Really, really neat, really cool. The transformation sequence of the mecha itself, I think, is the most interesting thing in the episode. I've never seen anything quite like it because it's sort of built out of glimmering starlight edges, and that gives a totally unique vibe. And it also looks like it's got some of that some of that aesthetic sense of a classical mecha transformation, but there's also something unique about it that kind of flies in the face of those rigid body things and is instead a little bit like warped and distorted, almost in the way that Genta Ishimori sometimes draws stuff when they're moving really fast, where things are like disjointed and distorted a little bit. I got that feeling from it, so I'm really curious to see who was responsible for that transformation and some of the other Ira fighting and other running around and some character faces and all that jazz. Most of the like social interaction content and I think depth and meat to it happened in the last episode. This one is a lot more bombast forward, a lot more focused on showing cool scenes, and it does a great job of that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it also means that there's less to like dive into in terms of meaty juiciness, and I think that's pretty good because we did plenty of that in the previous episode. And I think that then calling it here for the day will leave us the final episode to talk about the show as a whole and whatever crazy combat happens in the final thing and whatever denouement or relationship building or friendship connection, family building we do in the final episode. So this feels like a good plan to me. Let's go through the episode. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's big. Space Kaiju! This scale is awesome. And we're not just doing like fun, easy scale either. Not that in any way any of this would be easy, but it's like, it's so complicated to me. We've got all these objects moving past, and then it comes into frame and slams, and then reorients itself and follows us through this whole scene. And Ira and Gigi get involved. Let's all group up. Let's go the other way, please. And everybody moves to save the innocent guy. Pervert or no, he doesn't deserve to be crushed under a kaiju foot. What is the, can you not do that while we're in school uniforms? Is she talking to the kaiju? I'm not sure. I'm the leader. I guess that is a through line through it. Ira keeps calling herself the leader. And eventually that becomes like, well, if you're the leader, you got to do teamwork too. Kind of nice. We split the party. And Ira does some work. I got to see this a couple times. So she creates this hair spiral. We see it from this side. It folds up like a folded rose. And then we're looking at it the other way, going the other direction with it. Boom. And then we follow it as it whips and twists and almost like, wrong word, but Itano circuses, creating space through a single line. And then, nothing. Nothing doing. All right. I'm just going to note one or two of these because there's so much of it throughout the episode that it would be impossible to get too bogged down talking about it. Just watch the next couple of seconds. Woof, woof. How much distance did Ira just cover? Okay, she's back behind it. It whips around. We follow her up over to it. She's like close to camera and then far away from camera, drops onto it, drops in a matter of a couple frames from all the way over there to all the way right in front of the camera, lining us up for this Shadow of the Colossus running up the creature cut. She runs up it, leaps, whoosh, and then is back behind it again. And then we follow her around spinning to come in and impact. So she's hovering up back behind it. Woof, drop, bing, 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 bing. Pew, woof, fa, 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 fa. How come up with this? It's cool. It's cool. A little bit of teamwork and a lot of electricity. It looks so cool. I love the way the zappy lines travel along each portion as though it's drawing in. Like, real lightning kind of does this, or like when you have like a plasma ball with the little crackles of electric stuff that you can see through the fog. The shapes warp, but they follow the line of the thing over frame by frame over time, kind of like when you whip a string and it carries through. And so if we look at like this little nubbin here, then it follows and collapses down into the center of the thing. I think it's cool. And then blast, zap, double cool. Space Kaiju. It's because you didn't call me leader. Taking a note from Acrobatic Silky's fight, I think. It feels like it, at least. Whips the hair around, 2 anchor points. There's something really cool about this moment when she's just hanging in space, suspended by all the hair. I don't know what it is. It's really cool. Whoosh! I love the look of that. Oh, and then this wide where we, instead of like drawing the hair accurately, they're just sort of streaks, almost as though they're light coming off of Ira. Really cool. Then she gets grabbed. And then a moment later, gets distracted and then brings it back, and I want to see that transition. Ting, ting. Does his hand, like, warble and grow bigger as she's pushing out? Oh, yeah, it does. It kind of go boop, 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 and then it goes bam. That's cool. The leader's got to do some teamwork. makes that dream work. And it goes on just a rampage for a really cool cut as it blows up a bunch of buildings, smashes a bunch of things, and then zippity zaps. And I love the shot through the doorway with the light coming through. It reminds me of the first Godzilla that we had when it fired off its laser beam. Yeah, the camera moves past, and then the light is shifting, and strobing. Scenes like this give a feel of, it's not quite realism, but a feel of like physics matter. The light coming off of it does these things and creates this scene. I don't know how to phrase it exactly. It makes it feel more real to me, for sure. I do want to see this tumble. Zap, blam, whee. Ira sets up. I will divert this thing's attention. She's now being a team player, and her catapulting backward and doing these handsprings through all this lightning is badass. And the way that the legs and stuff are foreshortened as she comes closer and closer, badass. And the complicated lighting with the moving flickers of lightning all around her, badass. So we fling the beam back at him, and he's gone. But he's not gone. Much worse. I love how the giant invisible creature looks. They just put this little ripple over the outline. I love it. I think it's really good. Ira gets zapped. It roars up to the sky, up to the stars that we can't even see. I wonder why that shot feels like it's very intentional. I have a kitty meowing. I didn't even think about the sweat. I thought what Quinto thought too, that he's just disgusted by him. But of course, there's a good reason for it. We find out what that reason is. But Gigi's able to actually hold it together. It's freaking cool, man. Good job. And of course, it doesn't end up mattering at all. I love this gag. I was expecting like the big purple boom and an explosion and light and stuff. And instead, we know what's going to happen. And so we just cut to it having happened. Dink. Hello, kitty. Have you come to join me? Have you come to show the camera your butt? Come here, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah, good kitty. Oh, yeah, good scratches. She has started to get really demanding when I'm scratching her. If I like stop and move away, she'll lean over and not very gently bite my hand. And it's like, no, that does not get you the results that you want, kitty. It's good that she's getting used to being pet and loved on and stuff, though. You're an excellent cat. You are an excellent cat. Yes, you are. Casually flinging the backpack, and it sparks in the background, and then lands in the next scene is wonderful. Are you someone like Takakura? And then he just leaves. Huh? What would Momo say? She said to regroup. And now he's got a reason to go. And his run when he runs off is so happy. It's like a little boy. Oh boy. Full throttle to save Ira. But that's our last shot. That's our last silver bullet. So we're going to need something else. Something big. Something really silly about this scene of it. Why it makes me think of a giant clown or something. Dink. Amazing. Amazing. Sprinting through the power lines. I really like these impact frames. I guess that's what I would call them. These effects. The big circle as if something has burst, and then the sketchy lines as the sparks come out of them. Oh, let's see a previous one. Okay, there's one. Oh, no circle this time. Just the sparking lines themselves. Ooh, different. Wow, they're fun. Okay. She's unconscious. Faking it. Let's fight! Aww. We can't bring Evil Eye into this. So we're home alone without Granny. We start to investigate the nanoskin. Kaiju is coming. Gotta do something. Okarun presents the idea and starts to try to make it work, but he doesn't have the imagination capability. He definitely has the imagination, but the kind of imagination to create a solid figure, the kind that you've created, built, painted, glued, Nah, we need an expert for that. And we have one. I will just note, I think that the warbly, wavy house is really cool. I have no idea how they accomplished it. Skill, talent, effort. And Ira being... If it's an image of something big, leave it to me! If we're talking sci-fi, I'm your guy. This is the first time that he has intruded on conversation at the right timing. This time it's something that he actually has an inroad to. And his eyes are fully wide and he's excited to be able to bring himself to this. That's what you want. That's what you want. Unfortunately, we haven't had the opportunity for that. It didn't happen organically before this. I'm still stuck on this question of like, if you're in that circumstance, what do you do? That's not bullshit advice column stuff, right? That's not like, brush your teeth and comb your hair. Be a nice person. Like, we all know that's kind of bullshit. We all know it's true to an extent. Be yourself, but it's also bullshit at the same time. This is just genuine. It's cool. I'm your guy. He can't even hold his grin. He's so fucking excited. I'm Kinta Sakata, and it begins to change. He's putting his mind into it. Bring it on, my imagination. I love the transformation things. All the weird parts that don't make any sense. The gears, the worm gear, and it all spins up. The moving sidewalks, the tubes and pipes and air vents. Whoa! And the background sound? Dun 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 dun. What is that? It's like using the Dandadan to switch out for something else that's kind of recognizable. I wonder what it is. No, not down. Okay, you asked. So we all get teleported, transported through weird tubes to insane places, and for some reason, he's all glowy. And each of us lands, in a perfectly familiar cockpit with two weird handle throttle things to go like this as fast as you can to punch the other robot. Yes, we are full gunbuster here. And then we have this actual transformation scene, which at first is just sort of solid objects, and then it's very different. It's clicking and then stuff bursting out from it. If I had to approximate any existing mecha stuff, this fits most closely with the very super emphasis on the super robot style of like Gurren Lagann, where it wraps that kind of Kaneda style animation in to make things explode outward and sort of like warp into place, as opposed to being focused on the mechanical integrity of the machine as it's going, which is very much more Gundam. It's kind of, it creates parts of itself out of hammer space that sort of manifest out of nothing, which I think works really well for the idea that we're shaping this thing in real time out of nanoskin. I think it's one of those places where the art style matches up with the idea being presented in a way that that elevates the whole thing. Yeah, okay, so there's like this disconnected moment. Here. Or here. Where the things haven't all clicked together and they're all like scattered pieces. Or this, where it's like unclear what it even is until it all collapses together. As though all these objects are sort of impacting and squishing into the whole thing. It just appears out of nowhere. And then becomes sort of shattered. I like the way that stuff like collapses into it and then it ka-chunks out toward us. If that makes sense. Like the hand is back here, all this stuff ka-chunks into it, chunk. And then it ka-chunks out toward us. And then all the sparkles of the galaxies within it. Starlight. And a crest. Gotta have it if you're gonna be a Gundam. Okay. Roboto Gaidai Sukida Shinu Hodo Skida. Okay, I'm gonna see what the translation portion is. Why do I like it? I don't know, obviously. What does science fiction, you ask? Don't you know? Well, I do. I am a robot. You are a robot. We love robots. Oh, ore ha roboto. Kimi mo roboto. Roboto daisuki. I love robots. I love them to death. My name is Kinta Sakata. It is spelled robot, but pronounced Kinta Sakata. Guys, do you know what sci-fi is? Well, that's fun. I love all the little screens. I love that we've built a whole mecha style thing for this. It's one of the pillars that we haven't done yet, and now we're straight up hitting that pillar. I think we're gonna knock it out of the park too. This isn't what I imagined. Well, oops. Had some crossed streams up in there. Great Quinta Bodhisattva Zeta version. Ah, I see. I have bestowed upon you a name. Yes, it was me, is where I have to break off, and I've got to look for that. Google AI responds, that's good to know. Thank you for letting me know. I am ready to go by whatever name you have chosen for me. What shall you call me? No, AI, I wasn't talking to you. Promise. So all that pulls up, probably because of the use of the word bestow, is Bible quotes. No anime stuff. So maybe it's not a reference. This certainly is to many things. But I don't know what in particular it's supposed to be here. Now let's go! Great, keen. Wait, actually, how does this work? And we are stuck in a big statue boy. And it doesn't move. Is the thing hovering on its back a joke about the, like, weird rocket launcher thing in one of the Gundams? Or is it something that I don't understand yet? They kind of look like Aurelia blades, like floating Aurelia blades that might like pop up and float around the Bodhisattva, which I think is a Bodhisattva type reference kind of thing, sort of, maybe. I don't fucking know. I actually don't know. It's got big old hands. I bet this Buddha can throw hands. I think we got it. I think we can make it move. If we believe, if we all believe in each other and in the heart of the cards, it'll work, man. It'll work. Okay, I would like to turn over to Sakagaburu to take a quick glance through some of the top cuts of the episode and see who is responsible for them. In particular, the Henshin, the Ira fighting, some of the big scale stuff. The lightning would be cool to know. The house transforming into goo would be really nice to know. Let's go take a look. I'm actually going to grab a couple from the previous episode as well because we didn't go and look at them. Shoop. And then we're sprinting up after it, and then we've got this cool fisheye. And get blasted. Okay. Rui Yang. Big boy being extremely big. This is sort of semi-slow-mo to create that big scale. We've got this big sweeping camera all around it. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. That is too. It's got a very strange weightiness to it. That again, I mentioned wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube man. But you need some level of consistency to make that click in your brain. There has to be some intent behind it, which means that it's not just an accident. It's fucking awesome. Cool. Camille Areopagita. Pagita? I don't know. Floating orb, hands going for it, snap, 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 and it's sort of dancing around past them. Very smooth, very cool. Okay. And this has got to be running through all the walls. Turn. Smash, 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 smash. Yeah. And then the outside portion as well, but there's no artist known. Unfortunate. Oh, I see Genta Ishimori for the top cut of the episode. I'm wondering if that's the transformation, which would make the sort of style idea that I had about it make a lot of sense. If it's Genta Ishimori drawing a transformation, then it would have elements that are like transformations and elements that are like Genta Ishimori's drawings, which end up being kind of what I said. Ha. Ha. Okay. Ira being Ira. Cool, quick transformation. Oh, I really loved this pose she struck. This backflip up, the way the hair spirals after her, and she drops the leg and takes this pose. I wonder if you heard my neck crack right there. I wonder if that got caught by the microphone. I hope not. Drops the leg. It was loud to me. Oof. I can't see anything. Only a dust cloud, and then it's a burst of lightning. Cool. Got an artist unknown. Oh, this is the floating around, flying around, flipping around cut that we just watched. And then it leads into a bunch of sparks. Sparks, lightning, And I imagine that's a different person than the person who drew this. But I don't know because it's not listed. Dang. Kyohei Ebata. Oh, so this is up to that frame and then jumping and then falling? Interesting. None of this cut is what I would have like clocked as Ebata stuff. Ooh, the big running through the thing, maybe. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, this is the best. This is the best. Somebody linked the Genga as posted on Twitter. So we have Genga for this. We zoom all the way out here. That's where we're framed. Smash. There's the hold, the zap upward. Smash. Frame, frame, frame. Bloop out the bottom. But the part that I really want to see. Okay, we've got orientation lines, horizon lines, and drawn in buildings. We whip these effects past because he gets dinked by the book or by the backpack. Ah, ah. Aha. Finally, I get to see a mock-up of one of these running through a bunch of building scenes. Finally, we get to see the bones. Hell yeah. Because there was one earlier where I thought it was 3D and it wasn't when we were in the underground thing and jumping through a bunch of buildings. And it looked CG to me, but it wasn't. And there have been a bunch that are like, I'm not sure. And I think a lot of them have been just like this. I think looking back on it, it's kind of obvious, but that doesn't change that it wasn't obvious to me, you know? The camera whips through it so fast, and there are these like smears and blurriness on it. It works great. It works great. What a cool trick. Adrian48, Waters, and Artist Unknown going for this big stomp. The triple take, and the slow-mo, and the slam. Okay. Harui Ishii. This is Ira taking her pose and then backhand springing through all the lightning, which I thought was really beautiful. And then standing. Okaruin kind of gets an eyeful there, but we're not focused on it. This is life or death. And then this sort of beam battle, wrestling with a beam of lightning. Oh, pretty freaking cool, Harui Ishii. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay, here's Momo hovering above and then pulling stuff together, which we looked at a couple of times. Ooh, Ishimori is credited here. Don't know how much of it was him. Couldn't really tell ya. It could be truly any part. It could be the whole thing. This stuff definitely feels like it, because there's that disjointedness and, I don't know, controlled insanity. Wow, okay. Artist Unknown. This is it taking its anger out on the buildings around it. And then the big blast. I really love this. I love that. And then slammed over here. Okay. Artist Unknown, Waters, Yuta Haruna, and Zane. Start through 3.7 is Zane. Ah. And then 19 to the end is Waters. Dink this portion. Whoosh. Okay. And the center 05 to the end is likely Nito Sanri. There was also a post to that effect. This portion is probably Nito Sanri. Oh wow. I didn't catch this as it happened really. The way that her legs tink tink. It's very unique. I actually think that it breaks the style. I think that tink 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 3 frame is off. Like there's nothing materially wrong with it. It's perfectly good. It's not how Dandadan does this scene. Yeah? I don't know why I have that impression. Ding. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the way the legs come down. I don't like the way the head comes up. Nitpicking, doesn't matter. It's still incredible animation, but it does feel a little different. Okay, and finally, Kenta Ishimori's solo credit. Saitoa really be cooking this 5-star meal with such raw Gatai greatness. This did not even have to go that hard, man, but man, was I wrong. Very cool. It is very cool. We already looked through it. It's worth looking through again. I wonder... Oh, there's Ganga! There's Ganga! There's Ganga, baby! Oh. These are how those effects were done? Let's do it. Let's again. Ping, 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 ping. And instead they flash. Wow, Saitoa. Saitoa, sugoi. That's so cool. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Oh, what a clusterfuck. In the best possible way. All the starlight and the flickers and the... It's so over the top. That's right where I want it for Dandadan, though. I want to just shoot way over the top and land way, way further into the stars than I thought possible. Yeah, those flickering effects are crazy. I was so focused on the starlight mechanical stuff that I didn't even really catch those. I think what's really cool here is that this is standalone and unique. It's like no other transformation that I've ever seen. And yet it also incorporates like 40 years of mecha anime into Saitoa's like understanding of how he wants to make this transformation feel. It takes Gurren Lagann stuff that's like way extravagant and way over the top and way insane and not even really materially physically possible, does that, and then goes even further beyond that to make it like stars and starlight and shining galaxies, stuff that is limited to the very end of Gurren Lagann. But here it's just bam, it's just there, and it's even more so. Instead of being galaxies within it, it's like the galaxies are bursting out of the seams of the thing. It's got some of the solid body, chunk, 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 and it's got some of the nonsensical, weird alien machinery type vibes, which work perfectly because of the nanoskin that we're using. I like it. No surprise there. Genta Ishimori continues to knock important cuts out of the park in every episode of Dandadan. Cooking up a 5-star meal is fucking right. It's fucking right. Dandadan's been quite a meal. It's a shame that it's going to come to an end soon. I wish I could have extended it for one more week and not watched this episode today, but I am damn glad that I did because it was a blast, because it's good, and because I really wanted to follow through and see where it took us. Next time, dessert. The last course. The final episode of Dandadan Season 2. And the end of an era. The end of a good long stretch of watching Dandadan every week and having this really insane, really fun show to turn to. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope you'll join me here for the last episode before we move on to something else. One last hurrah, one last dance. Well, I think we're going to wrap there. Thanks so much for watching this week's episodes of Dandadan with me. I'll see you next week for the final next one. Much love. Peace.